thing I've learned is that a lot of people want change. A lot of people want transformation. But the reality of it is that transformation always takes place in the mind. Be renewed in the mind. Be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of the mind, which means that if there is going to be a shift, there must first be a shift in your mind. There must be a Hey, Facebook, social media, YouTube, wherever you're watching this from. How's it going? How's it going, everyone out there in the world, the social media world? I pray that you're having a fabulous day, an amazing day. I am excited to be with you for the Shift Live, excited to be on. And of course, I'm excited about your future. I'm excited about your destiny. And I'm here because I want to see you shift from where you are, where you've been stuck, to the next level of your life, from your now to your next, from the place you've been to the place that you are designed to go. And what I know is this: you are designed to go somewhere. You are designed for more than what you've seen. You are designed for greater than what you've experienced. You are designed to see what you've never seen before. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you shift and help you push you into that level. If you don't know me, I'm Tori. I'm a pastor. I'm CEO of Go Next Global, author of the book, Go Next, Shifting From You Now to Your Next in Your Life, Business, and Relationships. I want you to go get that book, first of all, before I get started. Make sure you go get that book, Go Next. Go to Amazon, type in my name, and grab that book. It is a book that will absolutely change your life, and I'm believing that we're getting ready to push this book to the bestseller list. It's time for it to go to the bestseller list because it's changing so many lives already. And there's so many more people that need to hear and need to read this book, So go to Amazon, grab the book. Make sure, as my wife just said, like this up and share it. Become an evangelist. Let somebody know that we are live right now. So another thing that I want you to keep in mind is that once a month, I will be doing the master class for speakers, those who are inspirational speakers, ministers. You're in some type of, you're preacher, you're in some type of where you have to present a message. We want to help you present that message with clarity, present that message and turn it into a dynamic message. So definitely want you to be a part of that. The next one will be in February, I believe. Let me look at the calendar so I can make sure I give you the date so you can go ahead and lock it in. February the 18th and 19th will be the next masterclass. Like, this last masterclass was absolutely insane. It was so good. And the testimonies, I'll be posting some of those testimonies here pretty soon. But the testimonies were absolutely unbelievable. Lives were changed. I'm talking about from going from being afraid of public speaking to feeling like after they finished that they had the courage, they had the skills, the insight, the tools to go ahead and speak on stages in front of audiences with no fear, with full confidence. So these classes are absolutely phenomenal. If you want the book, make sure you go there and get the book. You can go to Amazon and get the book. Also, you can go to Go Next Global, and you can get the book there as well. So right here, Go Next Global, and you can get the book from there as well. So that's the book information. The Cree School Masterclass, will be giving that information here pretty soon, so that you can go ahead and pre-register or get on the waiting list. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. We're going to have two different sections you can get into. You can become part of the VIP or the general admission, and we'll talk more about that as we get closer to it. But it's going to be absolutely phenomenal. Going to be crazy. It's going to be really good. This last one we did this last week was unbelievable, I'm telling you. So, hey, once you join in, what I need you to do is go ahead and get in the comments and type where you're watching from, your name and where you're watching from. I want to know where you're watching from tonight so that I can just greet you, and I can, make sure that I'm able to say something to you. So go ahead and type in where you're watching from. And once you join in, if you're watching the replay, go ahead and type replay and just let us know where you're watching from. Let's get started, because I'm telling you, I've got something for you today that I think is going to be absolutely life-changing absolutely going to just shift your life, absolutely going to turn your life around. All right. It's going to catapult you to a whole nother dimension, a whole nother place. All right. So I'm going to go to a scripture. I want to start this thing out with the scripture. Hey, my brother Keith, what is happening, Keith? What's going on, man? So glad you're on. So glad you're on. I want to read the scripture right here. Ecclesiastes 4:9-12, kind of as a backdrop scripture, backdrop text, as what I'm going to talk about today. That's going to change our lives forever. Ecclesiastes 4:9 says, two are better than one because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. But pity on anyone who falls and has no one to help them up. Also, if two lie down together, they will keep warm. But how can one keep warm alone? Though one may be overpowered, two can defend themselves. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. So what I want to talk about is what I believe that we are in a season, or even an age, if you want to call it that, of strategic partnerships. We're in the age of strategic partnerships. So this is very important conversation, because oftentimes I hear people say things like, I'm a loner. I can do this by myself. I don't need nobody, all these types of things. But the reality of it is that according to the scripture, 2 is better than 1. It's better. The three chords is not easily broken, right? So what we want to do, the cord of 3 strands is not easily broken. So what we want to do is we want to really build into this conversation of strategic partnerships, understanding how they work and how you can maximize strategic partnerships in order to advance your life, to go faster than you've ever gone before, than you could by yourself. You can go into a strategic partnership. And we want to talk about what this should look like, how this should feel, right? The strategic partnership, where it should, how do you develop these strategic partnerships? Here's something that's really important that I want you to understand. I want you to get this. This is important. That every vision is given individually. Like, you get the vision individually, but it is fulfilled corporately. All right. Let me say that again. Every vision is given individually, but it is fulfilled corporately. Right. So in other words, when you get a vision, you get the vision alone. You get the vision. No one is with you when you get the vision. No one is around you when you get the vision in most cases. And you write the vision down, right? But if you read that text, it says, write the vision down that they that read it can run. So in other words, it's saying you're going to get the vision, you're going to write it down, but you're going to need people that can run with that vision. You're going to need people in your life that can take the vision and go where the vision and cause the vision to come into pass. So every vision is given individually, but it is fulfilled corporately. Let me say that again, so you make sure you get this. Every vision is given individually, but it is fulfilled corporately. In other words, again, you get the vision, but that vision really is not going to come to pass until there are strategic partners that are wrapped around that vision, so that the vision can come into pass. Even if you're talking about you're an entrepreneur, and there are many people that are solopreneurs, meaning that you're solo, you're in this thing by yourself. But if you're really going to scale that business, you cannot scale the business working the business by yourself, because there's so much that you can do alone. There's only so much that you can do by yourself. There's only so much that you can do without other people, right? There's only so much, like the whole idea of, I don't need anybody else. I'm just going to do this by myself. I'm just going to ride by myself. That whole idea is absolutely insane. It's insane because you only have 2 hands and you only have 2 feet, and you can only go so far by yourself. So you have to learn and begin to develop the idea, the concept of, how do I develop strategic partnerships in your life. And this could be for multiple areas of your life. Everyone that's watching this, you have a purpose. You have a destiny. You have a thing that you know God has called you to. There's something that God has that God wants to pull out of you. Now listen to me. But your partnerships are going to determine how those things come out of you. I heard a friend of mine say this, that for every dream and vision you have, there is a partnership or relationship that'll get you there quicker, right? There's a relationship that'll get you there quicker. Some people say that relationship is the currency of the kingdom. I personally believe that relationship is the vehicle of the kingdom. In other words, it is on relationship that purpose is advanced. It is on relationship that destinies are advanced. It is a relationship. So what that means is that if it is that I'm going to be in partnership, then I have to learn how to maximize relationships, because partnership and relationship go hand in hand. I can interchange those words. And so we have to become, because we are such a digital culture, and we're such a digital people, that sometimes it seems as if we struggle in the area of building authentic, healthy relationships. Let me say that again. Authentic, healthy relationships. In other words, we don't need to just have, it's not just about having a relationship. It is about having authentic, healthy relationships that you can build authentic, healthy partnerships, because we're going to use these words interchangeable. Healthy relationships that you can build authentic partnerships. Again, I need you to go ahead and share this, like this, share it. Let me know you're watching, comment, light these comments up, heart this thing up. So we want to have authentic relationship, authentic. Again, I want to make sure you get it, authentic, healthy relationships and partnerships, so that we can continue to move faster than what we're. Because again, you can go by yourself, but you're not going to go as far without the right partnership. So then let's talk about relationship, because then relationship then has to be managed. I talked a while back about management. Relationships have to be managed. So in other words, you have to learn how to properly manage your relationship building skills. All right, let's say that. You have to learn how to properly manage your relationship building skills, because if you mismanage the relationship building, you can never properly manage the partnership building. Are you with me? In other words, I'm not going to be able to build healthy partnerships if I can't manage my relationships. I'm not going to be able to build healthy partnerships if I can't manage my relationships. Okay. So I have to begin to properly manage the relationships so that I can move forward. So let's talk about this and deal with managing relationships. Let's start with purpose. Most of you who have heard me, because I probably said even on every one of these broadcasts, that where purpose is not known, Dr. Miles Monroe said, where purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. So I think the first question that is important when I'm building relationship is to ask the question, what is the purpose of this relationship? What is the purpose of this relationship? Because again, if I get into a relationship where purpose has not been made known, abuse, or I can even say misuse, is inevitable. I will misuse that relationship because I don't really understand the purpose of that relationship. I don't understand what is the ends of this. Where is this relationship going? And I'm not just talking about romantic relationships. I mean, that as well. If you're single and you're dating, yeah, you want to understand that as well. But I'm talking about just people you begin to relate to on a daily basis. Where is that relationship headed? What is the purpose? Why are we connected? Why are we talking? Why are we communicating? What is the purpose? Because again, if I'm not clear on that purpose, the relationship can become all types of stuff that is not meant to be. So in other words, is this a relationship a mentor, mentee relationship? Is that the purpose of this relationship? Is this relationship a relationship that an iron sharpeneth iron relationship where we're just here to sharpen each other? Is this relationship a relationship that's meant to be someone that I can pour into, or that's pouring into me? What is the purpose of that relationship? Let me tell you why that becomes important too, is because one of the keys to relationship is honor, right? It's honor. And so understanding the purpose will help you understand the value of honoring in that relationship. So what is it? What is the relationship? Because it determines how you honor. It determines the direction of the honor. So that becomes important in that relationship to understand why are we communicating? Why are we here? Why is this happening? Where is it going? So that you can really understand. Because when you begin to build that partnership, okay, that helps you. Because listen, let me say that. Let me help you out. Let me just jump in here. Because relationships can do one of two things. As a matter of fact, every relationship is going to do one of two things. It's either going to catapult you or it's going to delay you, right? Let me say that again. Every relationship can do one of two things. It is either going to catapult you or it can delay you. It can delay you or literally stop you, right? So this is why these things have to be clear, because every relationship and partnership that you get into in the beginning, and in a lot of cases, sounds good, look good, feel good, all of that kind of stuff. But you have to determine, is this going to catapult me or delay me? And listen, it can catapult you if that person is in your life to mentor you. It can also catapult you if you are in that person's life to mentor them. It can catapult you. But you have to determine, because here's what can happen. Either you're pouring into somebody or they're pouring into you, or they're draining you. And pouring into somebody or pouring into something is different from being drained by something. See, because when you're pouring in, I don't know why I had to go this direction. When you're pouring into someone, it gives you energy. It gives you life, because you're pouring into. This is important. When you're pouring into someone, it actually makes you want to go further. It makes you want to do more. It makes you want to learn more. It makes you want to develop more. It makes you, it does something to you when you're pouring into someone. Or when they're pouring into you, it opens your eyes. You begin to see things that you never seen before. You begin to have a strength that you didn't have. But if they're draining you, it's pulling the life out of you. Right? So this is why when I'm building my relationships, I'm building partnerships, this is what I got to find out. Is this going to drain me? Because if it's draining me, it's going to pull the life out of me to where now, if I'm dreading the phone call, this is a big key right here to help you. If I'm dreading the phone call, if I get off the phone and I feel worse than when I got on the phone, right? That means that relationship is draining you. It is draining you. If you get off the phone talking to somebody and you have to go through a whole detox, right? You have to go lay down in your bed and you have to completely detox. You got to put on some ocean waves or something, whatever you got to do, because they have drained your energy, right? They have drained you. Then there's a big chance that that's not going to be a partnership that's going to be a healthy partnership for you. It's not going to be a healthy relationship for you, because you're more drained. Or if you have anxiety before that phone call or before that meeting, you have anxiety before that meeting, then there's going to be a big chance that that relationship is draining, and it's not a relationship that's going to be productive. It's going to be productive, which is another word we talked about that we need to talk about. We talked about being in a relationship that can have honor, but you also want to be in a relationship that is productive, or a partnership that is productive. So then think about this. If you get into this relationship or this partnership and it is unfruitful, meaning nothing is coming out of this relationship, nothing is coming out of this moment, nothing is coming out of these meetings, then again, what'll happen is you'll find yourself wasting your time. Listen to me. You'll find yourself wasting your time, wasting your energy, wasting your resources on something that has no productivity attached to it. So you gotta ask yourself, how productive is this partnership? Yes, I see you in the comments. Yeah, keep dropping those comments, like those comments up. You'll be able to see how you can see when you see how productive it is or unproductive or unfruitful it is, right? Because like this should be your sign. Like this should be your litmus test as you begin to build that partnership. You should be able to evaluate the fruit of that partnership. Again, if the fruit of that partnership is you start seeing envy and jealousy, which would destroy that partnership. You start seeing one person feeling like they're missing out on something, and the other person is feeling like this other person is trying to get over. Once these types of things start coming in, it causes the friction and tension within that partnership that's going to destroy that partnership. But the question ultimately is, what are we producing out of this partnership? Because again, if you missed what I said earlier, we are in the age of partnership, meaning that you're going to go faster, you're going to go farther faster because of partnerships. Even if you look at this, there are major corporations that are now joining teams together, major corporations that are merging and joining teams and coming together to form these massive partnerships. Why? Because we are in the age of partnership. That's why. So what you're going to be looking out for is, okay, why are we here? What's the purpose? Is there honor in this? Is it productive, right? Is this thing productive? Because if it's not productive, then I cannot waste my time in this partnership. I can't waste my time. Here's another question and another thing we got to look at. Is there an equitable exchange? Let me give you that word again. When I begin to build a partnership, is there an equitable exchange? Now, listen, y'all, this is so important. Is there an equitable exchange? Meaning that are we both bringing something equal to the table? Now, for one person on one side, that may be money, and they're bringing money to the table. But the other person is bringing a skill set, a gift, a talent to the table. And there's an equitable exchange that comes into this partnership. Because when the exchange is unequal, almost without question, there will come to a point when one person will say, well, I brought all this to the table. Now, what are you bringing to the table? It's almost without question that comes up, that conversation comes up, that I'm doing all of this, I got all of this, and what are you doing? So therefore, there must be an equitable exchange in this partnership so that when you put it on the scale evens out, the scale balances out. Now, what you bring to the table is one thing, and what they bring to the table is another thing, but both things are important that we bring to the table. So is there an equitable exchange? Here's the other thing. And I'm just dropping these things on y'all. I'm just going. I'm just dropping them on you. So grab them. Here's the other thing that must be in place is agreement. Now I want to break this down, and I want you to catch this agreement. So if we're going to build something together, right? If you're going into business with someone, there has to be agreement, because any vision that doesn't have agreement is what's called division. And as you know, that's where the vision dies. The vision dies in division. So what happens is a lot of times you start partnerships on emotion. But there was never any real agreement. And so the emotion is the pretty side, right? The emotion is the butterflies. But when it comes down to it, the big question is, do we have agreement? Now, let me help you on this, because this is going to help a whole lot. Agreement, the Bible says, how could two walk together unless they be agreed? Now, let's talk about the original translation of that, because agreement doesn't mean that every point we agree on it. We can never have a disagreement on certain points. What it means is that, because the actual text says, how can two walk together unless they agree to walk? All right, let me say that again. It's how can two walk together unless they agree to walk? In other words, we may not be all on the same page on every single point in this, but what we have done is we've agreed that we're going to walk this thing out. We've agreed that no matter what, we're going in the same direction. We've agreed that because if we're walking in two directions, then we can't go anywhere. We're not going to make it anywhere. But what we have agreed to do is we've agreed to walk in the same direction. We may have to work out how we're going to walk. We may have to work out the pace of the walk. We may have to work out the rhythm of the walk. Well, I hope y'all getting this. We may have to work out the conversation on the walk. But here's what we do have. We have agreement that we will walk. We have agreement that we're not going to turn back. We have agreement that we're not going to turn around. We have agreement that we're going to keep moving forward no matter what. We've agreed to walk, right? We've agreed to walk. And it's interesting because sometimes you find yourselves in these partnerships, in relationships, and when it boils down to it, we ain't really agreed to walk. We didn't agree to walk. We said we're in this thing, but when it came down to let's walk it out, we didn't really agree to walk. We didn't agree to go all the way. We didn't agree to go all the way to destiny in this thing. So you have to agree to walk together. Are y'all with me? You have to agree to walk together. And sometimes the reason that's important is because sometimes we think because we're not on the same page on all points that we should end. No, it's not. That's not it. We just agreed to walk together. That's how. In other words, that's how marriage works. Like in a marriage, come on, married couples, y'all know this. You don't necessarily agree with every decision your spouse makes. You don't agree with everything your spouse says. But the power of marriage is that you've agreed to walk together. You've agreed to continue to walk. You've agreed to continue to move forward. That's what makes it powerful. You've agreed to keep going. You've agreed to not give up. You've agreed to not throw in the towel. That's the power of it. So our partnerships that we develop are the same way. We agree to keep moving forward. As a matter of fact, somebody, I need you to put that in the comments just so I can make sure you're here with me. Put that in the comments. Keep moving forward. Put in the comments, keep moving forward, because that's what we're agreeing to do. We're agreeing to keep moving forward, keep going in the same direction. So then in your partnerships, you want to have, we talked about the equitable exchange. All right. Make sure there's an equitable exchange in there. Yes, Shanita, I see you. Keep moving forward. Yes, Janelle. Yes, Scott. Keep moving forward. I love it. Yes, Linda. Keep moving forward. Yeah, keep them comments. We're agreeing to walk together. We're agreeing to move forward. That's what the relationship is all. I mean, that's what the partnership is going to be built on. This, yes, Leticia, we're going to be built on this moving forward concept. I'm not going to back down. We're not going to back up, right? Because here's the truth. In partnership, there is going to be moments when disruption comes. There's going to be moments when things come to try to hinder what God wants to do in that partnership, right? But as long as you have that agreement there that we're going to keep moving, that we're going to keep going, then it's going to happen. Here's the other thing that you want to make sure that you're clear on, and that is clear on the vision. Clear on the vision. Somebody type that down. Be clear on the vision. Clear on the vision, right? You want to be clear on the vision. In other words, you want to make sure that the vision is so clear. I already kind of talked about this, but I'm bringing it back. You want to make sure the vision is so clear that no matter what's happening, again, the only way we can walk is if we know where we're walking to, right? If we don't know where we're walking, we can't keep walking. So we got to make sure the vision is clear. There's clarity in the vision. Y'all got me. There's clarity in the vision. All right. So let's go on to another one. Let's go on to another. I'm just dropping these on you. Let's go on to another one. We're talking about partnerships, strategic partnerships. Let's go on to another one. Another thing that you understand is understand the assignments. Now, I'm going to work through this one a little bit. Understand the assignments. You have to understand your part of where are you the strongest in this partnership, in this relationship. Again, this could be a whole deal on marriage right now. Where are you the strongest, right? Understand your assignment. And then you understand where is this person the strongest, right? So I'm going to dispel this myth that oftentimes we think that we should always work on our weaknesses. I'm not saying you should never work on where you're weak, but I'm saying is that sometimes it's actually more productive to make your strong area stronger and bring somebody into your life that can handle your weak areas. And what I mean by that, let me work through this. Let me work through this. So what I mean by that is, for instance, I am a strong visionary. Just me personally, I'm a strong visionary, and I can cast vision for days. I can cast big vision, huge vision. That's my strong area. My strong area is vision. So for me, I need to bring somebody in that is strong in administration, right? They're big in the area of administration. In other words, they can take big vision and they can put it into structure, into order, and they can put it into concepts that can make it happen. Because I can cast the vision, right? But my strongest area is not administration. Now, it would be unproductive for me to try to go get better at administration. It would be a waste of time. Listen to me. It would be a waste of time, a waste of energy, and it would probably frustrate me for me to go try to take classes on administration, for me to go try to go get a degree in administration, right? Because that's a weak area. No, what I need to do is I need to become a better vision caster, right? And bring in somebody and partner, I'm gonna use that word, and partner with somebody who's an amazing administrator, right? Because oftentimes what we do is, because we're not, or the reason we don't scale our lives is because we're trying to be good at everything. Whoa, man, listen to me. I'm going to help you. I talked Sunday about making your life simple. The one thing, making your life simple. You don't have to be good at everything. You just have to be good at what you're good at, and make sure you stay in that area, because a lot of times when you step outside of the assignment, you cause more damage. Hear me. You cause more damage than you do good. I remember not long ago, my shower, a pipe in my shower was leaking. And so I decided that I was going to go to YouTube and learn how to fix the pipe. That's what I decided. I'm going to go to YouTube and learn how to fix the pipe, because, I can do this. I'm not going to call anybody. I can just do it myself. And so I went into the shower, got my little tools. Look, I don't even know what the tools are called. That's okay. Let's start there. I went and got my tools, and I'm twisting this pipe because I saw the guy do it on YouTube, and it looked easy enough for me. So I'm twisting this pipe and I'm turning it because I'm trying to replace the pipe. And I'm telling you, and then I busted and cracked that pipe in half, and that water just shot out all over the place. Water was just shooting in the bathroom. And I was like, oh my goodness. I thought it was an easy job because I looked it up on YouTube. I studied it. I looked at the information, but because it wasn't my area, right? It wasn't my assignment. I caused all kinds of damage. So I called my friend, Pastor Mark Wallace, who lives in Indiana now. He was in Shawnee at the time. I called Pastor Mark Wallace and said, I got a problem. And I took a picture of it and I showed it to him. I said, is this bad? He said, oh, brother, that's real bad. And Mark Wallace he's a licensed plumber, right? One of my best friends in the world. He knows how to do all of this stuff. But I chose to take on an assignment that I wasn't qualified for. And as a result, there's water all over the bathroom. The whole pipe is busted. He comes to the house. He looks at it. He goes in. He puts some more pipes in there. And within about 15 minutes, he fixed this disaster that I created because I tried to work an assignment that didn't belong to me. Woo, my goodness. that right there is that right there is enough. So look, my wife said true story. You can see her in the comments. She said true story. This is a true story. This is absolute truth. Mark came, fixed it, boom, no problem at all. Right? How many of you watching, you have caused some damage that was unnecessary because you're trying to work an assignment that you needed a partner. You needed to bring a partner in that could handle that particular portion of the assignment. How many times, oh my goodness, how many times have you, let me come to y'all church folk real quick. Let me just say it like this. There is some warfare that you should not be fighting. Woo, my Jesus, help me up in here. Let me say that one more time, because I think I just felt the wind of freedom just hit the room right there. There is some warfare that you should not be fighting because you're fighting a fight that does not even belong to you. Hey, my God, you're fighting a fight. Yes, absolutely unnecessary warfare. You're fighting a fight that does not belong to you. All you needed to do is find somebody that's strong in that area. And now you rebuking the devil. Like I could have been in there in my bathroom just going in. The devil is a liar. The devil got to get off these pipes. Get off this water, devil. Get out this bathroom. Enemy. The enemy is, I rebuke you, devil, in the name of Jesus. All this warfare for no reason. All this unnecessary warfare because I refused to call a partner. I refused to have partnership. Unnecessary warfare. How many of y'all watching this? You in unnecessary warfare right now. You are in unnecessary warfare right now. You are out of breath right now. You are out of energy right now. You're losing your strength right now. You're losing your mind right now because you are in a war that you should not be fighting. I don't know why we just made that turn, but that turn right there is good for somebody that's watching right here. You are in a war that you should not be fighting. You are in a battle that you should not be fighting. What you need to do is you need to partner with the right person, the right people that can handle that element of your life, and you can go into the place of your life where you can rest. Do you understand what I'm saying? Where you can rest. You don't have to fight. Like I'm in there working. Let me just keep working this. I'm in there working on this pipe in my bathroom. Had to cut a hole in the wall. I'm in there trying to work this pipe. I'm in there turning and twisting, and the thing ain't doing what I want to do. And I just twist, and then I twist and it busts. And now I'm trying to stop water from flowing. I'm having to go turn the water off. And I'm doing all this stuff. The whole floor is wet. The wall is wet. I'm not talking about the water that like sprinkled out. The water like shot out, like just shot out, right? And so now I'm in warfare with water that was total unnecessary warfare. All I had to do was make one phone call, and somebody would have came and took care of it. Come on, somebody would have took care of it with only a couple of minutes, right? And I could have rested. Woo, my goodness. I'm telling you, listen to me. This is going to help you. Listen to me. There's some of you watching right now that you're talking about you don't have time for certain things. Well, the reason you don't have time is because you're wasting time doing stuff you're not even good at. Whoo, my goodness. You're wasting time. Listen to me. I want you to catch this up in here. You're wasting time doing stuff that you're not even good at. You shouldn't even be doing it. It's not because, and I'm not saying that as a negative thing. I'm not saying that as a thing where it's a put down. You're not good at it, and you're not supposed to be good at it. Come on, you're not supposed to be good at that. That you wasn't designed to be good at that. Like I'm not gonna go out here. I got a car. I got one of my cars out here. It needs to be fixed. I'm not going out there to fix it. I'm not gonna do it. It's not gonna happen because I'm not good at it, and I'm not supposed to be good at it. You can free up so much of your time just by understanding the power of partnership. You can free so much of your energy just by understanding the power of partnership. Like whatever you need to part, it may be that you don't cut grass good. Come on, somebody. You out there trying to cut your grass and the lines ain't even straight. You ain't even cutting the grass good. You don't cut grass, and you wasting it's taking you 4 hours to cut the grass when you can partner with somebody that can come. You can help them out. Number one, you pay them $40. Like, this is like, listen to me. I'm telling you how people who do incredible things, how they win big in life. They win big through partnership. You bring somebody and pay them $40. They cut your grass in 30 minutes. You didn't waste 4 hours trying to get the grass cut, trying to line the line up, trying to edge it up, trying to do the bushes and all that stuff. You waste 4 hours that you could have been listen to me, that you could have been spending on your passion. You could have been spending on your, like, if you love to do that, that's one thing. If that's your thing, that's one thing. But if it's not your thing, you spending 4 hours doing something that could have been time spent on your passion. And so because when I talk to people and people are like, I would do that, but I got to do this and I got to be here and I got to do that. And then I got to turn around and do that. And I got to turn around and do that. Then I got to turn around and it's like 30 things on your list of things you have to do. And you might be good at one of them, maybe two, maybe three. And I know for some of you, this is tough. You're like, what are you saying? This is tough for some. But what I'm saying is, if you want to protect your time, right, you have to learn how to get into partnerships. I know I just made this turn this direction, but I really felt like somebody needed to hear this today, because you're missing destiny and you're missing purpose, and you're not getting that business off the ground. You're not getting that ministry off the ground because you're trying to do so much. You put so much weight on you that you don't need to have on you. Somebody type in the comments, get rid of the weight. Somebody type in the comments, get rid of the weight. 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 Someone type in the comments, get rid of the weight. I'm telling you this stuff from experience, y'all. I'm telling you from experience. From experience of even writing a book and having to get the book edited over and over again, because I didn't get it edited the first time. Like Elder Linda, she's on right now. I finally had to send it to her and let her go ahead and edit the book. Right? Go ahead and edit the book and redo it so we can send it back to the publisher and we can publish the product, right? Versus me doing it myself. That's not my gift. It's a weight that I don't need. Y'all with me? That's a weight that I don't need. What is the weight that you're carrying? I see y'all in the comments. Yes, get rid of the weight. Yeah, I see you. I see you, Pastor Craig. Yeah, I see you. I see you, Mom Felicia. I see you, Shanita. Yeah, get rid of the weight. Yes, get rid of the weight. Juanita, I see you. Linda, yes, get rid of the weight. Get rid of that weight. You got to. What is the weight? Now, listen to me. I need to know. I need you to think about this. What is the weight that you are carrying right now that you just need partnership? You need to partner it with somebody that, again, we already talked a little bit about healthy relationship, that you're building a healthy, authentic relationship, partnership with. And that relationship, I ain't talking about nothing deep. I'm just talking about somebody you can just trust. I'm talking about somebody has your best interest at heart. I'm talking about somebody has honor, right? And you trust them that they can come. I got a lawn man that I can trust. I don't have to be home. Just come cut it. Just do your job. Just do the thing. Make it happen. I ain't got to be here. I don't have to be here to make sure to do it right. It's like I built a relationship that trust. You understand what I'm saying? I'm telling you. So you build this type of relationship. What is the weight? I'm going to go back. What is the weight? What is the weight that you need to get rid of? What is the weight? Did you got to get rid of? Oh, see, Pastor Jeremiah, you're supposed to be on here. We got to make this happen next week, because he already dropping stuff in the comments. He said the weights are there because of the lack of trust in partnership. Oh, my goodness. That right there, that's fire. Because we don't trust partnerships. And you know why? Oftentimes this is going, all right, we're going to make another turn. Oftentimes the reason we don't trust people is because we really don't trust ourselves. And so it's hard for us to build trust in partnerships, because oftentimes we don't even trust what we're going to do. We don't even trust ourselves because we've been so inconsistent that we just automatically assume that somebody else is going to be inconsistent. Because we started and stopped so many times, we just say, I'm just going to do it myself, because I'll probably start and stop, And I don't want to bring somebody else into the situation that's going to start and stop. And then I have to be disappointed. We don't trust ourselves. So we don't trust partnerships. And so we just hold on to this weight because we don't trust the partnerships. We don't trust the partnerships. I see you. All right, next week, Pastor Jones, Jeremiah, next week, you'll be 100%. Y'all get ready. He going to be on next week. Pastor Jeremiah going to be on next week. It's been confirmed live on the air, so it's a done deal. All right, so so you don't trust the partnerships, which means that you have to learn how to develop trust in people. You can't, in other words, you can't manipulate or be a controlling, a control freak. You can't do all of that type of stuff. You got to trust that if you allow, hear me, if you allow somebody to come into the space to pick up the places you're weak, you have to let them do the job. Let them do their assignment. Let them do what they're good at. Like, I couldn't sit back when Pastor Mark was here. I couldn't sit back while Mark was in my bathroom working on my shower pipes that I busted. I couldn't be in there talking about, oh, Mark, I don't know if you should be doing it like that. I don't know if that's a good way to do it. I don't like the way you turn that. I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't cut the wall at that place. I can't do that. Why? Because that's his assignment. He's the expert in that area. I'm not the expert, because what happens is, again, when I interfere, are you with me? When I interfere with what the expert is doing, what the person and his assignment is doing, when I interfere, that throws off the whole momentum. It throws off the movement. Are you with me? It messes everything up. It messes everything up. Yes, Pastor Craig says a good manager hires their weaknesses. This is, man, y'all dropping fire in the comments. That is so true. You hire your weaknesses. Hire your weaknesses. Bring those that are weak, that bring those that are strong in the areas you are weak. That's very important. The lack of trust in ourselves will create the lack of trust in ourselves will create a dictatorship instead of a partnership. Listen, we got Pastor Craig and Pastor Jeremiah both in here just dropping fire. Listen, you don't want to create that dictatorship, because it's not a partnership. It's not going to go very far. It's not going to create anything. It's not going to move far. Again, you're really not in agreement to walk together. You're in agreement for you. We're not going to walk together. You're going to walk behind me and do what I say do, and do it how I say do it. But we're not really going to walk together. So partnership is very important. We are, again, in the season, in the age of strategic partnerships. I'm going to go back to that, and we're going to close for tonight. We're in the age of strategic partnerships. I started with the scripture in Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse number 9, talking about two are better than one, and it goes through all of that concept, and it talks about the three chords are not easily broken. And this is the reality of it. Like, in this season of your life, if you develop the right partnerships, I'm telling you, your life is going to absolutely, in 2022, it's going to soar. It's like going to go to levels that you could not even imagine, because you understand, I need to hire in these areas. And that could mean a whole lot of things. Somebody saying, I can already hear y'all, I ain't got no money to hire nobody. You figure it out. Like, it's stuff out there. We just have to figure it out. I'm going to bring somebody in to do this. We just figure it out. There's so many ways to do it. You can hire a VA that can come in and help organize. You're like, we got a VA that helps organize everything for us, like everything. Like, and there's ways to do that to where it's not going to break the bank, right? I'm just trying to help y'all out. It's not going to break the bank. It just helps you do what needs to be done so that you can take a whole bunch of the weight off of you, and you can move forward with your projects that you're really designed and called and created to do. Hey, listen, y'all, I just wanted to stop in for a moment on this Shift Live, and I wanted to talk to you just a little bit about that partnership, because I think it's so many of you right now that are watching, you just need to figure out, and you might even need to pray, God, show me the partnerships that I need to develop. Show me the relationships that I need to develop. God, show me who it is that needs to come into my life that's going to help catapult my life. Who is it that I need to come into their life to help catapult their life? The strategic partnerships. So I just want to take this few minutes to drop that on you. And listen, again, thank y'all so much for joining. If you haven't bought the book, go next. I need you to go to Amazon or go to gonextglobal.com. You can go there and go ahead and click the link. Get the book. Get the book. It's going to change your life for the rest of your life. I'm telling you, it's going to change your life. And so you need to go and get the book. Stay tuned for the Cree School of Ministry Masterclass. February 18th and 19th is going to be the masterclass. This is the second one that we've done. The first one last week was absolutely bananas. It was off the chain. And we literally developed a signature message in 2 days that's going to change the world, those that attended. So you can be a part of it. Next time, we'll have a VIP and a general session, and I'll give you more information about that here in the next couple of days. Next week, I want you to brace yourself, and I want you to get, as I'm saying this live on the air right now. Next week, Apostle, Pastor, Superintendent Jeremiah Jones is going to be on the show with me next week. Y'all heard it here. He's in the comments. It's going to happen. Next week, he'll be right here live with us online. So you don't want to miss next week. It's going to be crazy. He just wrote a book about success. I've had the privilege of reading the book. It's a phenomenal book. You want to make sure that you set your calendar right now for next week. And hey, Pastor Craig, we're going to have to talk because I got to get you in as well. I'm just talking online. I'm just setting it up online. I got some partnerships. I'm setting them up online right now. So, hey, next week, Pastor Jeremiah Jones is going to be on with us. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be absolutely a phenomenal conversation. We're going to let y'all in on how we talk when we go out to eat dinner, and how we talk and strategize, and how we come up with plans and ideas and concepts and all that kind of stuff. We're going to let y'all in on a conversation. This is going to be good. It's going to be real good. Hey, I want y'all to remember this. Your best days are not behind you. As a matter of fact, contrary to popular belief, your best days are not even in front of you. As a matter of fact, your best days are right here inside of you. Now it's time for you to unlock the best days of your life. And I will see you all soon. God bless you. God keep you. And next week, same time, same place, it's going to be fire. God bless. I'm trying to log out. God bless y'all. We'll see y'all soon.